Hey everyone, this is Unlock 24, and today we're going to be talking about the Gravekeeper deck. So let's go ahead and get straight into it. Alright, so for this Gravekeeper deck, let's go ahead and get over the deck profile and then we'll talk a little bit about it. So, 1 Silent Magician level 8, 2 Silent Magicians, 3 Gravekeeper Spy, 1 Gravekeeper's Recruiter, 2 Gravekeeper's Descendant, 1 Gravekeeper's Headman, and then 2 Spiritualist. 1 Necrovalley Throne, which I only have 1, so I'm only running 1. If I had more, I'll run more copies of it. 3 Necrovalleys, 1 Dimensional Prison, 2 Dark Bribe, 1 Palastoid Canadia. You basically only need 1 of these guys. You don't need 3. Quintet Magician, really good. And then 3 Gravekeeper Supernaturalist. You can get away with 2, but they're rare, so I'm pretty sure you have the 3. Anyway, this isn't my original deck idea. I didn't copy it card per card. I did find it on Reddit. If I find I'll see if I can put the original post in the link below if I can find it again. But anyway, really simple deck. It's extremely powerful. Most of the time when you're playing against people and they see that you're playing Gravekeepers, most of the time they just quit. Especially if you play Necrovalley, they just leave. And I've been experiencing a lot of that lately. Overall, the skill that this particular guy was using was Light and Dark with Umbris, and that's why I'm playing Umbris. I don't have it yet, but I'm hoping that it drops while I'm playing rank, and hopefully I get it. And that particular skill, it was suggested by one of you guys who played with the Chaos Sorcerer deck. And I've been out for a while, so I didn't know that skill was out, so I'm trying or grinding for it, see if I can go ahead and get it dropped. But anyway, this card, Silent Magician, just it's so good in this deck. It provides so much pressure to the opponent. They can't use enemy controllers. They can't use if they're running Ancient Gears, they can't use their field spell. Well, they can use it. Never mind. They can't use like the back row of it. But it just provides a ton of pressure. And if they get rid of it, then they have to deal with the Silent Magician level 8. The Gravekeeper Spy is so good. I think this is what makes the deck. I know Necrovalley is like the main card, but Gravekeeper Spy can literally search for anything in the entire deck. It can search for the Recruiter, the Descendant, the Headman, or the Spiritualist. Of course, Gravekeeper's Recruiter, I wished I had a prismatic one. Next time I get the possibility or the chance to get a prismatic one, I think I'll go ahead and jump on it and try to get one. Or I'll just go and farm What's-Her-Face to try to get a prismatic one. This thing is just insane. It's way better than Chaos Sorcerer, I think, especially when you're running it with Gravekeepers. And the fact that you can search it with Gravekeeper Spy is just a huge plus. The Headman, I didn't think it was going to be that good, but oh my god, this card is insane. You don't need to run any more than these because you do have to have a loaded graveyard in order for her to be effective. Or him, not really sure if it's a him or her. Or it's most likely a him since it's a Headman. But anyway, this plus this is an instant Spiritualist, and that's just insane. So is the Gravekeeper Spy. If you just hit a Spy, go into a Spiritualist, there's your Supernaturalist. Well, I said Spiritualist when I clicked on that one. But anyway, this basically drawing it in the first hand almost kind of guarantees you the game. Especially if you have a Silent Magician that's already summoned, but it's just insane. And then the fact that you can search it out with Necrovalley Throne. Necrovalley Throne, again, if you saw my pack opening, I think Necrovalley Throne is just, it's ridiculous. You can search for basically anything. The whole deck just searches for itself. I don't think you'll need the 3 thrones, but it will make it so much easier to search for basically anything. The main card, of course, the Gravekeeper Spy can search for everything else. Once you have a Necrovalley face up and a Dark Bribe, it's really tough for your opponent to get over it, especially if they're playing some sort of deck that deals with the graveyard. They can't get over that Necrovalley, and you can achieve that with either the Dark Bribe or with the Silent Magician. They can't Twister it. They can't use any spell to destroy the Necrovalley, which is just, like I said, the Silent Magician just provides so much pressure to the opponent, and whoever thought of putting these two archetypes together was just insane. 200 IQ, I'm gonna say. Again, the skill that don't have it, Light and Dark, And basically what the skill does is you can, whenever you draw or have a light monster, you can swap it out for a dark monster, or whenever you have a dark monster, you can search out for a light. If you don't have that skill, you can use Draw Sense Light, which is what I was using originally since I didn't have it. And Draw Sense Light, once you take, I think it was 15 or 2,000 damage, I can't remember, but you get to search for the Silent Magician, or if you're really unlucky, you get the Silent Magician level 8. But anyway, the Light and Dark, I think, skill would be the best choice in this particular deck. And so in the Chaos Sorcerer deck. And if you haven't seen the Chaos Sorcerer deck or the Thunder Dragon Dark deck, go ahead and check it out. It should be the very, very... well, it's the video before this one. But let me go ahead and show you some replays, and that way you can take a look at how the deck works. Alright, so let's go ahead and take a look. And again, the deck is just completely insane. I think it definitely is a tier 1 deck. It competes with basically everything else. I'm Platinum rank 2. I think I've only lost to what was it? It was an Ancient Gear deck, and that's because the Gadgetron Dragon that he summoned out extremely quick doesn't allow the spy to trigger, and that's, I think, the complete counter to Gravekeepers. I think it has to be Ancient Gears, which if you're playing against a lot of Ancient Gears, just put in a ton of or put out 3 Canadias, and then you should be fine, because you can just put the Gadgetron into face down. Next turn, flip your spy, get your Descendant, and blow it up, or maybe go into your Supernaturalist. Because if you get Supernaturalist against the Ancient Gears, also that they really don't have an answer for it, since it's over 3,000 and it's at 3,200. Playing against the Dark Lords, and Gravekeeper just completely counters Dark Lords. So I felt bad for this guy. But anyway, Silent Magician, Recruiter activates. I get the Spiritualist, which Spiritualist is just insane. He reinforcements and gets the Nemesis Warrior, and then he tries to special summon, which I was considering negating with the Silent Magician, but I'm like, let me read what it does first, and then like, oh, it targets the graveyard, so the Necrovalley is gonna take care of it. And then he just normal summons that. Alright, there's a Spiritualist. Send off. The Supernaturalist. Supernaturalist, again, another card that searches for basically everything else. Alright, so I did attack with the Silent Magician first, so I can go ahead and, if he had a trap card, a Mirror Force, or not a Mirror Force, but a Mirror Wall, or anything else, he can destroy the Silent Magician. I can go into the bigger Magician. Right, my Valentine, and I think this guy was playing Ancient Gears, I believe. Right, and this was a pretty bad hand since I did draw that Silent Magician level 8. And I didn't get a Spy or a Recruiter or basically any other Gravekeeper. Since I only drew the Supernaturalist, I did draw a Descendant, which I tributed for for this guy, and I figured I'd just go ahead and let's show him what I'm playing. I am trying to get the level 8 fast, or I'm trying to summon it as fast as possible so I can have a way out to his Gadgetron Dragon, or not Gadgetron. I'm saying it's Reactor Dragon. I just realized that. Anyway, Gadgetron Dragon is out in the new box. I'm guessing that's what I'm thinking about it. But Fortress gets negated by Silent Magician. And Silent Magician again is so good. It just the effect too, or that it has to negate one card is just insane. Well, one spell card. And that's one of the things is that he attacked it with that, and it makes it to where if the Silent Magician gets destroyed by the Reactor Dragon's effect activates, and the Silent Magician can't activate. So that's why it's a full counter to this particular deck. But once you get the Supernaturalist out, I think it's basically game. The Ancient Gears don't really have anything to deal with it, and you just make so much advantage with the Supernaturalist. And you just get so many pluses out of the Supernaturalist, and then the fact that you can search out the Descendant with a Supernaturalist is just insane. Weevil Underwood. Alright, there's a spy, and most of the time just setting the spy is just an amazing turn. Uh, and then I drew the Necrovalley. So spy activates, I get the recruiter, I summon Descendant, he does Floodgate Trap Hole, which I tribute the Descendant for the Silent Magician, and then attack, and then Silent Magician negates the enemy controller, which he can't do much of anything else after that. And then he surrenders after. Oh, and playing against most Blue Eyes, I think this deck does really well, especially once you get Supernaturalist out. Most Blue Eyes deck can't handle the Supernaturalist. Well, not just Blue Eyes, but basically most other decks can't handle it, because most of the top monsters are 3,000 attack. I haven't faced Desperado Dragon, but I think that Desperado Dragon, it's gonna be a 50-50 against Desperado Dragon. Right. This guy's playing the Samurais, but again, I think he's not playing Samurais to its full potential. He activated the 6 Samurai United after he'd already summoned 2 monsters, which I really have no clue why he did that. He should have summoned or activated the 6 Samurai United first, summoned his 2 monsters. At that point, it would have 2 counters on it. He could send it out for 2 more cards and summon his level 5. Which, if he's playing against Gravekeepers are just a complete counter to 6 Samurais. The Shein can't get over the Gravekeeper Spy. If it attacks it, I can search out for a Descendant, and of course Descendant can just blow it up the following turn. So Spiritualist goes into a Supernaturalist. Supernaturalist effect activated, so I can go ahead and search at the end of the turn, then Descendant tribute the Spy, and basically attack for game. But again, I think the Gravekeepers are gonna take the 6 Samurai spot. Gravekeepers are just insane. I think if you have the option to go for the cards, or if you have the cards already, I do highly suggest that you do play Gravekeepers. They're just insane. It's ridiculous how powerful they are. They have access to a 3,200 attack monster, the Supernaturalist. They have access to a high defense. They have access to a ton of destruction. So I think the deck overall is just good. And the fact that you can search for everything in the deck is just, like, again, for lack of a better word, it's insane. There's Blue Eyes. And for my next deck profile, I'll have gadgets most likely tomorrow, if not on Tuesday. But just follow me on YouTube, and I'll let you know when I'll be posting that next gadget deck. Necrovalley with a Spy, again, really powerful. He can't target anything in the graveyard with Necrovalley activated on the field. Spy gets me the Spiritualist. Spiritualist goes into Supernaturalist, of course, and then after that you just basically win the game, and then that's basically what happens. He just rage quit. But let me show you the deck one more time, just in case you haven't seen it already, which I highly doubt. Here's the really OP Gravekeeper deck. 1 Silent Magician level 8, 2 Silent Magicians, 3 Gravekeeper Spy, again the backbone of the deck. The Gravekeeper Recruiter, the Descendants, 2 of them, 1 Headman, and then 2 Spiritualist, along with a Throne and 3 Necrovalleys, 1 Dimensional Prison, a Dark Bribe, 2 of them, Palazzo Canadia, and then the Quintet Magician and the Gravekeeper Supernaturalist. And most of the time I try to not go into the Quintet Magician because it's just way too many resources, and a simple deep prison or dimensional prison just destroys you, and I don't like that. You just a single card will give your opponent a +5. Well, it's a +4. That's just insane in my opinion. But I guess if you're going for a final attack and you have the resources, I guess it's a good option to have. You only need 1, like I said. You don't need the 2 of them. But if you're searching for the Necrovalleys, or if you already have the Necrovalleys, then you just need 1. But if you're still searching for the Necrovalleys, as you're searching, you're most likely going to get several copies of the Quintet Magician. But anyway, do let me know in the comment section below if you want to see another version of this. I do have a pure Gravekeeper version of it without the Silent Magicians. I also have been thinking about the a light and dark, basically. Well, it's kind of similar to this, but it includes Chaos Sorcerers. If you do want to see those decks, just let me know in the comment section below, and I'll try to make another video. But anyway, that's it. Leave your comments below. And if you are enjoying my videos, do subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.